He said you're under arrest for solicitation. Now, if y'all don't know what solicitation means, it's a pretty word for prostitution.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. But I guess you know.
Hey ladies, welcome back to another video. My name is Ivy, and this channel is Women's Life with Ivy. Girl, so, and look, we're gonna get into the title. Listen, if you're new here and it's your very first time stopping by, girl, go ahead and stay a while. Girl, I like to say to you, hey boo.
Women may do it for a night, only one night though.
And for my returning subscribers, hey boo.
Stress, you can stress one night, let the tears fall down one night, only one night though.
Girl, look, we just gonna get right into the title. You know, I share what I share. You know, I always invite God in, and I share what I share to let you know that I'm just like you, right? So, when hoeing goes wrong, look, when hoeing goes wrong. So, hold on, let me get some coffee. This coffee is so good. Okay, so let's get into when hoeing goes wrong, right? I know you've seen the title, When Hoeing Goes Wrong. Yes, it's story time. Story time. So, I'm young, and I probably was about, how old was I? Did I have Courtney? I didn't have Courtney. So I must have been about 15, somewhere in there. So now I always tell you I'm a good old-fashioned church girl from knee-high to a grasshopper, right? So me and my homeboy at the time, he ain't gonna never see this or whatever. Anyway, his name was Mike. So anyway, me and Mike devised a plan, right? So I need some money. He's supposed to be looking out for me, right? So we devised a plan. We're gonna go down now. I'm from Buffalo, so you know where the seedy areas are in your town, right? You know where you shouldn't be after dark. You know where stuff go down, right? After dark, right? So me and him devised a plan. You know, we just kicking it one day, talking one day, and I'm like, I need some money. Like, what I got ain't working because I ain't have nothing. So how could it work? So anyway, I said, you know what? I could. Now this is just me thinking. That's why, ladies, sometimes you need some supervision when you go upstairs. When you go upstairs, sometimes you need some supervision. So I tell him, look, I can get some money. And he like, really? I said, yeah, I could get some money. I know how to get some money. I ain't got to go clock in or nothing. I know how to get some money. So we talking. So I say, look, all I need for you to do is look out for me. Because he was a big, stocky guy. He probably was a year or two older than me. So he probably 17, somewhere in there, right? He was still in high school. So anyway, girl, I said, look, all I need you to do is just keep an eye on me, right? So I don't know where I thought, look, we just was going to get in the car, do what we do right there, and that was going to be the end all be all, right? So we go downtown and, we, scoping it out, seeing what everybody doing, right? So I get down there, so I said, okay, Mike, listen. Now, I don't really know how this going to work because how can you watch me and we pull off and dip off somewhere, right? So I said, I tell you what, get the license plate. Like, make sure you know who the guy is. Like, make sure you know if he white or black or Hispanic or whatever. Like, so if some stuff go down, you could tell the police. I need you to give them some details so they can find me, right? So anyway, get downtown. We looking, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and Let's put this plan in motion. You know, I'm Pinky. No, he's Pinky. I'm the brain. I'm the brain of the operation. He the muscle, right? So get down there. So I'm looking. Now I'm scared, but I ain't scared. You know, because I'm invincible. I'm 15. I'm fine. I'm invincible, right? So get into this car. My first car. So the man was a white man. He wasn't old, but he wasn't young, right? Probably the type of man you would see in that situation, right? So get in the car. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, how you doing? He's like, how you doing? I'm like to him, I'm like, what's going on? What you trying to do? He said, I want X, Y, and Z, right? He said, how much is it gonna cost me? So now, let me tell y'all, why I'm Pinky in this whole equation. No, why I'm the brain in this whole equation and he Pinky. And I think that's how it went. Y'all let me know. I don't know, Pinky and the brain. I never figured out who was who. But anyway, I'm going to say the brain was the mouse, right? So anyway, get in there with him. He asking about prices. I never thought about prices. Just tell you I don't know what the hell I'm doing, right? Never thought about prices. So get in the car. So I say $50. Girl, he went to reach like he was reaching for the money. Ma'am, when he pulled that badge out, my heart dropped. And I instantly looked for Mike. Mike wasn't nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I don't know if Mike knew what time it was. I don't know if he knew what was going on. Mike was out, right? What was he gonna do anyway? So he said, you're under arrest for solicitation. Now, if y'all don't know what solicitation means, it's a pretty word for prostitution.
You change for 20?
For 20, I'll show you first. Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for 2.
Close your mouth, dear.
You got to stay with me, right? So take me down. I'm crying. I'm like, you just don't understand. And, you know, and I got things and, you know, I'm just young and, you know, I'm stupid and I don't know what's going on. And, you know, he made me. He made me. Yep, he made me. So who is the he made me? It's the question they ask him. I couldn't come up with it. I couldn't come up with it. I wasn't going to send him to his house, throw him under the bus or nothing. You know what I mean? It was my idea. I just need you to watch my back, right? So anyway, take me downtown, fingerprint me, do all of that, right? Now, let me tell y'all, this is the second time I've ever been arrested. I got arrested when I was 15. So this had to be close to that, right? I got arrested when I was 15, shoplifting, and it was called Sibley's back then, but now it's Macy's. So anyway, get caught shoplifting. Anyway, so petty larceny. Ma'am, y'all got to stay with me, right? So go before the judge. Okay, ma'am, we're going to give you a break. We're going to give you a break. When they search you, you ain't have no money, you ain't have no change, you ain't have nothing. So we're going to assume that this was your first merry-go-round, right? So this is how the judge talking to me, black guy, right? As if he talking to his daughter or his granddaughter, right? Older, sharp, witty, you know, nice-looking gentleman, right? So anyway, they say, I tell you what, we're going to let you go. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna trust and believe that you are the person you're proclaiming to be, right? So they let me go with some conditions, okay? You can't get in trouble. We don't want to see your face. You can't meet up with no police. You can't have no you can't do nothing that involves the police. Not nothing. You can't do nothing. Don't let y'all paths cross, right? So anyway, they call it a ACD or ADC, adjournment, contemplating dismissal. Adjournment, ACD, something like that. It stands for adjournment, contemplating dismissal. So that means after 6 months, the soliciting charge I got, ma'am, we ain't calling it prostitution, we're calling it soliciting. Now look, this is my story. I tell it the way I want. So anyway, 6 months, don't get in no trouble. We gonna close the case, right? I said, cool. You ain't never gotta see me you ain't never gotta worry about seeing me here again, right? Mind you, I just said that when I first got arrested ever in my life for shoplifting, right? Petty larceny. We gonna put some titles on it that go on it, right? So anyway, let me go. I'm happy. None is the wiser. I'm living my life. I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my mom had to go. That's a whole nother story. My mom like, prostitution? You ain't got nothing else to do with yourself. You know, so I got the long speech and all of that. You know, they want to pray for me. What am I doing wrong? Because she's going astray, right? So anyway, I'm out. Ain't got to go to no probation. I don't have to do anything. So now, I see Mike. So Mike said, what happened? And mind you, I was only in jail overnight. I went, that was it. They, not throughout the case, but they adjourned it, right? 6 months, don't get in no trouble, right? So I see Mike. Mike said, what happened? I said, man, you already know what happened. I went to jail. He said, yeah, I know, but what happened after that? I said, nothing. They let me go. Told me don't get in no trouble. So needless to say, we ain't going out soliciting no more, right? We just ain't gonna do that. That idea didn't work out. You know, I come up with a lot of ideas, but that one right there, it didn't work out, right? So anyway, now I'm still busy doing me. This rebellious stage, that's why I get it with Lauren, right? Because when I tell y'all, she ain't even here. I don't know what I'm looking around for. She might got a device somewhere around in here. But when I tell you Lauren is me, that's why I have to stay on Lauren. Somebody said in a video on my other channel a while ago, like I'm hard on Lauren. You doggone right. You doggone Skippy. Ma'am, because I know what cloth you cut from. Ma'am, you came from me. And then you came from your mama. Ma'am, we got to stay on you, right? So anyway, not supposed to get in no trouble. I said, okay, all I want to do is just live my life right? I come up with a bright idea. Me and my brother now. I always got somebody with me. Look, if I'm getting in trouble, somebody else gonna get in trouble with me. Look, I'm telling, I'm singing, right? Even though I ain't telling Mike. But anyway, me and my brother come up with this great idea to go to Kmart. They don't even have Kmart. I don't think they have Kmarts anymore. Anyway, we get a bright idea to go to Kmart, and we just gonna steal a few things. Just a couple. They ain't gonna really miss it, right?
What?
So somehow, don't ask me, I still ain't figured it out to this day. I mean, he told me how he did it, but I still couldn't figure it out. So he go in there, he steal a whole gaming station. He steal his gaming station, because where Kmart was in Buffalo is Delaware and what's that other? Ooh, I'm gonna lose my Buffalo card. Delaware and what's that street? Is that Elmwood? No, that ain't Elmwood. Hurdle. There you go. Please don't take my black card. Don't take my Buffalonian card. I need it. I know I'm in Georgia, but I need my Buffalonian card. So Delaware and Hurdle. It was Kmart, then it was the bank, and it was a bus stop on the other side of the street in front of Burger King. So that's where we were supposed to meet at. We were supposed to meet in Burger King. So, okay. And then we was going to just jump on the bus, and, you know, none is the wiser, right? So he get what he get, and he out the door, right? So I got me a couple pens, you know, some stuff I need. I need it. I need it. So anyway, I got me a couple pairs of pants, a couple shirts, took the pants, rolled the pants up, put them in my pants, got me another pair, got me a couple shirts, and I think I got a pair of sneakers. Now, all of this is on me. Now, I'm walking out. All of this stuff is on me. I wore something tight, and then I wore something loose, right? So anyway, I'm walking out the door, and the man says, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have something you didn't pay for?" I'm looking because he probably talking to the person behind me. You know, so I'm going to keep going because he ain't talking to me. "Ma'am, do you have anything that you didn't pay for?" I'd be doggone if he wasn't talking to me. Girl took me in that room. Girl, he was like, "You might as well just give it up now." You know how they try to coax you into making you think, if you go ahead and tell on yourself, if you go ahead and give us back our stuff, we gonna let you go, right? "Ma'am, you might as well just go ahead and give us back the stuff, you know, and then, you know, we could just call it a day. You know, you give us back our stuff." He didn't say you free to go. I didn't hear that. I never heard that, right? Go ahead and give us back our stuff and it'll be all right. So I'm pulling out clothes, right? I didn't realize my brother got away until after I got home. So get arrested. Yeah, they arrested me, right? Young and dumb, right? So get arrested, go back to the courthouse, go back before the same judge. He said, "Ma'am, didn't I tell you I didn't want to see you here?" Yes. I'm crying. Look, the waterworks is flowing. That's all I'm going to say. He said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. Because you violated that, you know, adjournment, contemplating dismissal, I forget what the abbreviations were. Because you violated, that charge sticks. So right now, today, it's just on my record. I have a soliciting charge, prostitution. Did she say prostitution? She said prostitution. Ooh, she said prostitution. Yup, prostitution. So that's on my record right now, but it looks so cute. It says solicitor. It don't say prostitution. So anyway, I got that on my record. Never got it expunged. They were doing an expungement here in Georgia in Narcotics Anonymous. But because mine was from Buffalo, I had to go to Buffalo. I can get it expunged, but I don't really care. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think about it. It's there. Okay. So not only did that charge stick, they hit me with petty larceny. Petty larceny. I had to do, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do community service. A whole bunch of community service. Man, so the two charges I got on my record right now are 2 misdemeanors, soliciting and petty larceny. And when I look at those, it's just a learning curve. I was so young. And now that's not to say I haven't been arrested since then. I've probably been arrested about 50 more times. Huh? What you say? You couldn't hear me? I said 50!
I said what I said!
About 50 more times. But I do a little bit of crime. So I only have to do a little bit of time. Ma'am, stay with me. You know, I'm just telling y'all about me. You know I get on here and share. I get on here and share about the goodness of the Lord. I share about my Father. Yes, I do. Because he is all of those things, right? But I'm just telling you, I ain't come out the cradle and walk right into the church and just live that life my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, God, what we gonna talk about today? Because y'all know that's what I do. I ask God, what we gonna talk about today? And when hoeing goes wrong. Now, how all of that all fit in and merged in and how we gonna dissect it, I didn't know. But he gave me the title. When hoeing goes wrong. Ma'am, it just be some stuff I just resolve not to tell y'all. Let me just say that. If it was up to me, I keep my business to myself. But that ain't what this channel is about. This channel is about y'all getting in my business, y'all taking a look in your own business and see if you need to evaluate and discard some stuff, right? So, girl, I had the 2 charges. They stuck with me from then all the way until now. You know what I'm saying? I got I got another charge. I got 3 charges on my record. So those 2 when I was a teenager, petty larceny and soliciting. And then I got a charge in 2009. Well, really, the case wasn't closed until 2010. So 2010, I have a DUI on my record. So I got 3 charges: petty larceny, soliciting, and DUI. You know, when I come to y'all, I want to let y'all know, like, I've been through some things. And I'm here to stand and tell y'all, if you've been through some things, God is here. He can deliver, he can save, and he can set free. So don't think that your past is holding you back. The only thing holding you back is you. It ain't your past. God said when he forget that thing. So don't hold on to what God has already forgiven you. You know, so many times we can't forgive ourselves. You know what I mean? We just think we're the worst person on the... Girl, when I got that charge, the first time I had to fill out an application, and they asked you what was your charges, you know, for a misdemeanor or a felony. And the first time I filled out an application and I had to write soliciting, I was so embarrassed. I was humiliated all over again. And my first job, Courtney was... That's how I keep up with the time frame in my life, by how old my daughter is. Courtney was July, August, September. September of 1986 is when I got my first job ever at Burger King. I worked like Mirror Some of You, which is a program they have in Buffalo, but you don't got to do all of that. You don't fill out no application and all that. Your mom, you know, sign you up for the program. But anyway, so Burger King was the first job I ever had to put on there soliciting. I had to put the petty larceny, but I didn't really care about the petty larceny. The soliciting, because if you got, and I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about these employers. They know what soliciting is. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, I felt so humiliated. I felt so embarrassed. I felt ashamed. Oh my God, I felt like the gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe. That's how I felt when I first had to write my charges and what they were, a misdemeanor or a felony. You know what I'm saying? But what I learned throughout the years, because that happened so early on in my life, what I learned was that's a part of my past. You know, we all have a past. Some people don't want to divulge their past, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be chatty Cathy like me and get on it and just tell whatever. But see, when I tell you about the goodness of Jesus, right? And how he will cover and protect you. You know what I mean? From, you know, somebody said, how do I deal with negative comment? Baby, God got it covered. I don't have to worry about anything. I can get on here and tell y'all anything. I'm talking about some stuff that's gonna help you. I did I recorded the service in church Sunday, and this lady commented on my video, and she said, I needed that. I needed it. That's who I did it for. Her. That's who I did it for. You know, I may not reach the masses, and that's okay. I promise you it's okay. It is well in my heart. It's well with my spirit. When I tell you that when I seen that comment, that made it worth it. That one comment, I needed this. You know, it was the sermon of the service, goodness to severity. And for whatever reason, because I don't typically record. I mean, even though my Pastor Martin, he records and all his sermons is on Facebook. So it's not like, oh, I'm taking this and putting it up here and this and that. And I didn't show him. I just was recording myself, but you could hear the sermon, right? For that lady to comment and say, I needed this, that's why I have this channel. That's why I do this. That's why I talk about exactly where I am, what I've been through, and how God continues to favor me. In spite of me. In spite of me. In spite of my shortcomings, my failures, God said, you can fall. A just man, he rises them up. He gonna pick you up. It ain't the falling that gets you. It's the not giving. It's the not getting back up. It's the not determining that you're not gonna let your mistakes, your past actions in your life define who you are, right? Because I know I ain't no hoe. No, ma'am. I'm not a thief, right? But those things categorize me from my past. You know what I mean? You know, so many times your past follow you, and if you don't be careful, you will get wrapped up and you will get stuck and stagnated in your past. I'm not. I thank God for deliverance. When I tell you I thank God for deliverance, like, he just moved and shifted that thing. It's like now, like when I filled out my application for MITRE, which was my last job, like from the first application to the last application. MITRE was the last application I filled out. Ma'am, when they was like, okay, have you ever been convicted of anything? Soliciting, petty larceny, DUI, it's a party over here. Hey, you know what I mean? Because it's my past. It shaped, it molded me. You know, maybe if I didn't have that charge at 15, and they charged me, maybe if I didn't have that charge, who knows where my life would have went. I might have thought that I can go to one of these big cities and get out there hoeing and on the strip and somebody kidnap me and kill me, maim me, shoot me, stab me. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes, and I said it before, sometimes things don't happen to you, they happen for you, right? Girl, I am okay. I am more than okay with my past. I'm okay. I need you to be okay with your past. I need you to get up. I need you to dust yourself off. I need you to know that God had... I'm sorry. I need you to get up and know that God has made a way of escape for you. Because he has. He loves you. He loved you before you was even born. Before you was even a thought. You know what I'm saying? So, girl... Ma'am, I just be telling y'all all my business. I love this channel, girl. It just, stuff that I say I'm not going to say, or, you know, I remember I did a video, oh my God. And I'm doing a video and I'm just talking and, you know, telling y'all what I'm telling y'all, right? Baby, when that shift happened, and God was like, oh no, I need you to, you forgot this. I need you to throw this in there too. Girl, he was talking about STDs. Sir, ma'am, I was not telling y'all that I got STD. And not one, but two. So when I tell y'all, God facilitates this channel just the way he does. You know what I mean? And I was feeling some type of way about being inadequate of sharing on this platform because I'm not sharing like everybody else, right? And God, and y'all, let me say that because I believe firmly that God speaks to people. I know he do, right? Let me know that my delivery is just the way it is. And it's just the way it's supposed to be. And it's going to reach exactly who God wants it to reach. You know, it's some folks that they ain't really ready to sit down and listen to no whole sermon from Sarah Jakes. Now, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Now, you might have about 10, 15 minutes to sit down and maybe get something from this old crazy girl on YouTube and, you know, Women's Life with Ivy. What's that about? Hoeing gone wrong. What's that about? How God changed my life with a one-night stand. You know, so I reach who I need to reach, right? Like the title of that message the young lady commented on is, did you miss, if you miss, no, what was it? If you miss church, I got you. That was the title of it. If you miss church, I got you. I reach who I need to reach. And it ain't even me reaching. I'm just the catalyst for God to get to his people. It's never me. Never. I never, ever, ever take the credit or want to take the credit. This is all this is all in God's divine order. He needs his people, not mine. I can't save nobody. I ain't got no hell to put nobody in. I can't deliver nobody. I could pray for you. I can touch and agree with you. I could stand in a gap with you. You understand what I'm saying? But God, he is the author and the finisher of our faith. So when I tell you, I'm excited, you know, after I did that video and I just got to thinking and talking with God and, you know, reading y'all comments, I'm excited. It's like a rebirth of this channel over here. I'm excited to share the word of God in the way that I share it. Now, I ain't gonna have nobody hooping and hollering, rolling on the floor, shaking and quaking. Ma'am, that ain't my lane. I'm learning to stay in my lane. Girl, I love you all. Oh my God, this channel. I'm so excited to see where this channel goes. And I'm not even talking about the number. I'm talking about the comment. Like that young lady said, I needed this. That's what I'm talking about. Like some deliverance in the comment. And even if you don't comment, God gets the glory for the deliverance that's behind the scene. You understand what I'm saying? Whoo. So I love y'all. Girl, that's going to be it for this video. Ma'am, that's going to be it. I feel like my eyelashes are sticking together. Girl, my eyebrows is thinning out. And I caught myself trying to put some mascara on there. Look, baby, you get what you get over here. I might got some eyelashes. I might don't. I might got some nails. I may not. But what you gonna get is genuineness from my heart. Genuineness. I love you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
You can never be what I am, but as long as you with me, that's what it's gonna be.